Okay, it is the Sandinista ground combat phase. And you can see all of his units that turned sideways have moved, including his insurgent units. Oh, let me see, go down the track and fill you in on what we've done off camera. His insurgency movement phase, like I said, he has moved. You can see here he's moved units away from this town that I tried capturing twice, but was repulsed. He's moved his units this way towards the action, kind of coming in with a little rear attack on my unit right here. This unit here is still out of supply. He would be up with his comrades, but he is half movement because he is out of supply. He cannot use this for some reason. A town is not listed under the Sandinista supply sources. I don't think they could even use their own ports. Their big supply sources are all these hexes that are outlined in green are big supply sources for the communist player. So he's kind of left out in the open. Let me see. After that was the first insurgency disbandment phase. He didn't disband any units. So there you go. He won't get any insurgency command points. He's got one unit there in reserve in the pool, but he can't place him because he has no insurgency command points. If he disbanded a unit, he'd get 1 credit, but then his unit would be on there. He'd have 2 units with only 1 insurgency command point, so you can see what's going on. I think that unit's going to stay there. I don't know if it can be rebuilt. He's got combats, offensive operations going on in 1, 2, 3, 4 hexes. And you can see he's pretty much just pulling his units, all of his units next to the victory point spots, and he will be going for, I guess, all-out attacks, and he's like next to this turn and next turn. So that is that. What else happened then? Air mission phases. Oh, he did have a bunch of, was it a Hind D helicopter here? He sent on a transfer mission, doubled movement points to right here, but he's flipped all the way over 180 degrees, and he won't be able to perform any defensive missions or offensive missions this turn. Don't know about that. But yeah, I did notice that on that one. Other than that, he has his Hind D gunships on a bunch of these attacks. I think 1 or 2 of them got Hind Ds and close air support. Now, he didn't use all of his air assets. He still has 1 there, so I have to remember that when it comes time for my turn. He does still have a intercept capability within his radar range. Here's his radar complex right here at Messiah, and its range is 10 hexes, and he's got it marked out for you. So as long as I stay out at Messiah range and I don't fly over any of his units to alert him, I don't have to be intercepted. But we're ready for our his second to last ground combat of the game. We'll see what we can do after he makes his moves, but when we come back, we'll make sure everything is set to go for the ground combat openings of the vlogs. I like to check this stuff out twice because sometimes I get units, a lot of times, I'll have to go back here and check. Units on this board get moved every once in a while, i.e. 1 victory point, but and his plexi gets moved, so I go and double check it on the computer screen because the vassal log don't get moved. That always tells you the true meaning. So every once in a while I gotta adjust one of these units that might not be in the right spot, but I think we're good to go. We'll double, triple, quadruple check, and we'll be back for the ground combats of the Sandinistas. On attack number 1 for a very big victory point hex that I will get for a supply source captured. He's been after this for a while. His last attack, he got a horrible die roll of a 1. So we'll see what his luck is this time. We're moving stuff around. We should be moving around. All kinds of bad news stuff going on here. Let me get this straightened out. Pay attention, pay attention. So boy was down here. All right. So we got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, oops, 12. Going against a 5, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. 5 insurgency units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oop, yep, 4, 5. Alright, oops. Everybody set to go here, and I believe we have a 2-to-1 attack. Let me check that out again real quick. And we got back. Initial combat ratio 2-to-1 in the forest. List of column shift modifiers for combined arms combat as follows. Artillery involved in the combat. Offensive, no. Engineers, no. Special forces, no. Tank, yes. He does have an armor unit. And that little dome thing over here him means he has a anti-aircraft capability. So if you attack him with any area, you have to resolve an anti-aircraft attack. So he's all bolstered on up. So we give him a shift in his favor. There you go. This could be a telling battle of the whole game. Attack helos, no. He did not give any attack helos. A CIA unit, no. So that'll take care of the column shifts. Die roll modifiers, all attacking across the river hex side. I don't believe that is right. Yep, we have a bunch of units here on the west side of the hex that negate it. The ones that are coming across. Fort on entrenchment, no. City, town, or port, yes. There is a town of Bluefield, so we're looking at a -1 so far in my favor. Is an insurgency unit included in defense? Yes. So that's a -3 we're looking at now. This is what kills him. I think he might have had a good die roll on this one last time. No, he had a bad die roll on one, but -2. Each bombardment point delivered. Oh, did I see a bombardment point? Yeah, there you go. I got these things stacked the wrong way. Alright. City, town, -1. Insurgency, -1. Bombardment point +1. So we're looking at a -1 from a -2. Insurgency including the attack? No, he needs some insurgency units down there. So we're looking at a -1 net on this die roll. We'll take it. -1. There you go. That's what it looks like. Not good for me in the results. Either way, I'm going to take at least a step loss or so and have to retreat. Now I can stay in the hex and take an extra step loss. It looks like I'm going to take 2 step losses in lieu of retreating. So we'll see what the die roll is. Looking for a low common units die roll. Be back. Not what we needed. Alright, that'll be reduced to a 5. We'll come down here with a 5. Ho ho ho. Did we make it or what? Yeah, thank God. Well, I think even with a 6, we would have been alright. No 2 step losses, but even with a 5, we have to take 1 step loss and retreat 2 hexes. We will stay in the spot. Let me see what that does to me. These are all full strengthers. Nobody has been reduced yet, so take 1 step loss here. Yeah, 1 step loss here. And 1 step loss here. Let the siege begin. Yeah, we don't need no more of those. We'll run out. He'll have 1 more attack coming up next turn. And that'll definitely tell. I don't think he can... he can't take it next turn. He'll have to reflect a bunch of step losses. So I think this hex here will hold out. Let me make sure I can do that. The result was 1 step loss and a mandatory retreat. And I'm pretty sure you can take an extra step loss to stay. And that'll keep me there through the rest of the game. And I'll get my victory points for that hex. Close air support. Airport is damaged, but it will be repaired this turn for me. Alright, we held out even with a good die roll. Oh, 6 with a 5. -1, yep. Only a 1 step loss. Let me go check the rules out real quick. Be right back. Alright, next battle hex. We'll move on up here. Next to my victory point hexes. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Going against, 7, he's got an attack helicopter there also. 7, 8, 9. First, so 1, 2, 3. Ooh, 3 to 1 odds are not good on that one. Alright, 3 to 1 odds. And the, what color is that? Where's my tools? Is that a forest or a jungle? That is good for me because it is a dark hex. So 3 to 1 in the jungle. Oh, and you can see here when you start getting into this blue, it's pretty much a gimme that you're going to lose the battle, take a hit. Here is okay. You kind of see they figure it out for you. And in here, yeah, these are bad, but yeah, this is good for the attacker to start off with, even in a jungle space. All right, well that is it. The initial combat ratio. This one of these units here, the bottom one, will have to participate in an attack on this hex because you have to Everybody that's in the hex has to attack everybody next to him. So it's a soak off. Alright, now we're going to look at combat modifiers. Of the modifier sheet. It is as follows. Like we know, artillery engineers, no. Special forces, no. Tank, no. Helo, yes. Do they have that helo? Yep, the Hind D is on there. So there you go. Hind D gunship bonus. Takes the initial combat ratio to the current combat ratio. He's going over the right way. Get more of that blue. Alright, that is it for you. Combat or the column shifts. Die roll modifiers. Everyone attacking across the river. Tell me they are. Oh, they are. No, yeah, they are. Even this little boy here is. I'll zoom in on it for you. Here you go. He's attacking across the river. He is and he is. That is never good. That is a -2 die roll modifier off the bat. Fort or entrenchment, no. City, town, or port, no. Insurgency unit, including defense, yes. So looking at a -3 in my favor. Alright, each bombardment point delivered +1. So that is a -2. The insurgency in the unit is including attack. Yes. That's a +1. That'll be a -1. So he's this unit here definitely helped. -1 attack on a die roll for this hex right here. We'll be back for the results. Get this sucker low. That last one killed us. Give him some bad luck on his vassal log. Die roll result. Alright, -1 will be a 2 on the attack, and that is great for the Contras. 2 coming over here, and then we, oof. Alright, well, we don't suffer no step loss, but we have a required retreat of 2 hexes. There you go, combat result. Oh, we got away with one on that one. Thank God for die roll modifier. We will stay in the hex and just take a hit. Let me make sure that's what I want to do for the battle for this hex right here. Be right back. Alright, sorry about that. We had to synchronize everything with this, with the vlog. Sometimes I get ahead of myself doing stuff on the board. I haven't checked with the vlog yet, but we got everything set to go. There is a note though. Hold on for a cough break. In the vlog for my opponent, I didn't check it until after this battle when I went and checked out the results. But he's kind of saying what we noticed on this attack here with the step losses. Even if you get over here to 3s, I mean, you have to get a 4-to-1 attack to get some big results. He's not, in other words, he's not getting the step losses he needs to eliminate these Contra units. He was wanting to maybe call it a game, but I told him we only have one more turn to go, and we need to, you know, and for the sake of the integrity of the game, let's just go ahead and play it, and we'll see what the final score is. But we're pretty sure that there's, and we don't know this yet. We'll have to look and see, but I don't think there's any way that the Sandinistas can do anything within the next turn to get that amount of Contras. And we got more Contras coming on the board. Every time he eliminates them, they just come back on the board. So it's kind of a screwed up scenario. I don't know how, if I would have did it any different, and even had the turns in his advantage of me not knowing that these blue these blocks represent a hex row that has to be, victory points has to be east of this hex row. And I had 1 or 2 turns where I was already over here, so he even had that advantage. So that's how lopsided this scenario might be for the Allied side. But it is going to be my last scenario. The old girlfriend was just asking if we were done yet. And she even says too, she goes, "We don't really get a chance to play these games." I'm like, yeah, that's why I'm having a little bit of a binge now, but that'll take care of that attack. When we come back, we'll have another attack on here. The unit on the bottom, let me make sure he's got the same. Well, let's do a little switcheroo here, because he will now be on top, just to get the numbers right and the unit identifications right. So he will be the attacker now on this attack. The unit below him took part on this, so we will start off with 2 attack factors here, 3, 4, 5, 6 so far. Oh, this is tough. I mean, this is really tough to get all this on here. And I don't have my nails because I just cut them. Nails are good for war games. Let me get this straightened out before it gets any bit worse. All right, that'll be 6, I don't know about this unit here. How does he attack everybody that's next to him? Let me find out real quick from my vlog and see what my opponent does about that. We'll be right back. Alright, well my opponent, as long as he has all units that are defending adjacent attacked, he can do it any way he wants. So he'll have attack. Let me see if he's going to add these two. That'll be another 2. So 6, 7, 8 attack factors. 9, 10 with the hind D versus a 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's an initial ratio of 2 to 1 in the forest. That's a lighter hex. So initial ratio 2 to 1 in the forest is the same as a 3 to 1 in a jungle. Alright, gyro modifiers are as follows, and he's got this attack stacked. Artillery, yes. Engineers, yes. He's moving them on up. There you go. Engineers are included in the attack. Artillery is included in the attack. Classic combined arms. This is how it's done if you want to do something. Alright, and also he gets a special forces. No. Does anybody got special forces in there? Let me check that out real quick. Do I have special forces? No, I do not. Okay, nobody's got special forces in this attack, so he doesn't get a column shift for that. Tank attack helo, he does, so he's up to a 4 to 1 attack here now. Alright, now for gyro modifiers. Everybody attacking across the river? Tell me he is. Nope. This unit here saved him. Right there from a -2. Fort or entrenchment? No. I don't even think it's a city, town, or port. Service unit included in defense? Yes. We're at a -1 total. Each bombardment point delivered, he's given 2 on that attack. So now we're at a +1. The insurgents unit is included in the attack? No. So +1 right there. Looking for the ultra low number. We need some luck on this one. Be back. I'm going to be looking at a 3 then on this attack. A 3 coming on over here. And again, you don't get many. It's really just a hit and required retreat. And I think I could take that. Let's see here. Take this off. Give me 1 hit. We'll put them on the regular units. So 1 hit on the regular unit and another hit to stay put. Now, like again, I forgot to look the rule up there, but I'm pretty sure we could stay put. There you go. And he is not putting on a number of hits that he needs to eliminate Contra units. So we'll see how that's going to figure. But yeah, he might be right on what he just sent me on his text. Got to check out the rule, make sure we can stay in a place and take a hit. I'm pretty sure we can. We'll be right back. Alright, there you go. Taking the extra step loss to remain in the hex. This last attack. 1, 2 attack factors versus a 1. So we got a 2 to 1 attack, but he's going across the river. So that is, he is attacking in the jungle too, so it helps me out. Initial 2 to 1 in the jungle. Column shifts. There are none. I don't see any. There will be no arty, no engineers, no special forces, no tank, and no attack helos. Attacking across the river, yes. Yo, boy is going across the river to attack my units. -2. Third unit included in defense. Yes, -3. But he has 1 bombardment point, so it is -2 in this attack. There you go. -2. And the initial combat ratio of a, what was that, a 2 to 1? Yeah. 2 to 1 in the jungle. I had it set there, but I moved it. Alright, 2 to 1 in the jungle. And a gyro modifier. Right back. Well, the -2 was our modifiers. -2 for the river. -1 for our insurgency unit. +1 for close support is a -2. Be back with hopefully another low communist roll. A 1 will get it done for me. A 1 with this attack is a 1 step loss by the attacker. And he'll take an extra step loss to stay in place or retreat 2 hexes with a 1. He'll take that. Alright. Be back and find out what he did. Alright. That'll be it for the Sand Easter turn. He's done his return to base phase. Basically just made this hex here. And this hex here is where he has 2 Hind gunship battalions and another one here. I don't know if the other one here has that. No, he's moved double his movement phase, so he's upside down too. So, yeah, he moved from way up here. So there you go. He's got 1 attack left. We both agreed that I don't think the way this game goes with these 1 step losses. I mean, it's almost a long term. He's getting into the game, I think, a little bit too late on trying to eliminate units. There's no way I think he can get any of these victory point hexes back from me, but he's still got another turn to go. It'll be my supply phase. We'll check to see if everybody's in supply, both Sandinista and Contras, and we'll move on with my turn. I will be able to maneuver for defense and bring on some units, so it's looking really good for me. I'll state what both of me and my opponent are seeing here on the board. I think the insurgency command point difference in the game is just there was too many supplies being supplied by the U.S. to do anything. Now, did the offensive capture any really significant points on the map? No. All I got is my entrenchment and a couple freaking airstrips out in the mountains. That's about all the offensive did. On blue fields, I caught an airport of blue fields. So what that does politically, outside the game and everything like that, who knows? But it'll be really interesting to see what the command points or what the victory point level is with the amount of Contras that are on the board. Because once I get all these units on here, I'll have basically all the units on the board. Let's take a little preview down here. Say I have 19 to 14, 14 to 19. He'll only get 5 points. I got 9. Well, and then we got to subtract his points from my points and find out what the level is. So it's definitely worth sticking around to the end of the game. It'll be my turn, 11 of 12, when we come back. All right, interesting game mechanic. Now we're on the guerrilla attack phase. And I'll tell you what happens with supply. He's had 2 other units here that are out. Not 2 other ones, but another one has been added to the out of supply. These old boys are caught behind lines with no way to get supply on in. This unit here is the one keeping this unit out of supply by projecting a zone of control here, keeping them from breaking through to get to the supply lines. This unit here doesn't have a zone of control because you have to have at least 2 defense factors, but these guys here do, and if you want to go around, you pretty well see what's up. So these 2 units here of the Sandinistas are out of supply. Now I want to do a guerrilla attack against this anti-aircraft unit because it's now my guerrilla attack phase. But my insurgency unit only gives me 1 or 2 bombardment points. Look over here on the allied player chart. Let's look underneath a SAM site for bombardment. Oh, air facility, road, bridge, Messiah. There you go. Non-mobile SAM site. I need at least 3 bombardment points. And that little unit there will only give me a value of 1 or 2, so no guerrilla attack on the SAM site. We'll go now to regular ground unit movement. Second to last turn. Next turn will be my last one, so let me see what I want to do with my regular ground units. I don't have that many ground units that are regular. Maybe 1. A few of them in here. Let me see what I want to do with them. We'll be right back. All right, not much going on. I'm just going to turtle up and hold off. Like I said, it looks like I got enough points here to absorb all of his hits coming up on his last turn and still hang on to my spots. This unit here is the only one we're going to give up on capturing any of these other 2 this game. Ain't got the units for it. We're just bringing this old boy back. Maybe we can get him in our next turn up here, but I don't think he'll get any movement. Yeah, he'll get another movement next turn, so maybe we can just bring him into this hex as a soak-off if he tries to go after this hex here. He won't make it this turn, though. He was right here, I believe. He'll get a 1, 2, and if he wanted to move over there, well, maybe he could. Let me check that out. He's got 4 movement points. He only used 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think I'll take 2 Yeah, it takes 2 to get into the jungle, so you don't have enough. You can only move there. Oh, he's right. All right, that'll be it for my regular unit. Insurgency movement will be next. And this will kind of, like I said, I don't think I'm going anywhere. I might move this old boy here to give us some more reinforcements. Let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let me see what I want to do with him, and that'll be my only movement. I'm turning it up and just letting him attack me in this last turn and see if we can't hold on to points. We'll be right back. All right, I gave up on that old spot there since I can't guerrilla attack, and I just moved him up his full movement allowance of 4, any hexes, any terrain, insurgency bonus. Gets to move anywhere he wants, and he'll go next to that victory point hex to soak off on any attacks that might come to follow. Next will be my insurgency placement phase, and I do have a pool of these units that can be brought back in on full strength. I'm glad I'm not the communist player. That's kind of if we would have known that, and we kind of did as we were playing the game, that this was just a ridiculous amount of insurgency command points. So the communist player has it caught out for him, unless, and it doesn't say anything in the rules. It would have to be an amendment to the rule that when these units are eliminated and disbanded, they go into the insurgency placement pool. All right. Now, if they wanted to have a specific scenario rule that says once these units are eliminated one time, then they can't be brought back. But the rules in the scenario didn't say that. We're still playing by the rules of the whole big old game where we have insurgency disbandment phases and insurgency placement phases based on insurgency command points. And if you've seen in the rules when we looked earlier, I started out with 54 of those suckers. So, yeah, might be a totally one-sided scenario. We'll see. We'll be back. And like I said, we still got to see how they award the victory level. So, they're pretty smart people designing the game, so maybe they'll have it designed in. And here I'm thinking I'm going to come away with a extraordinary victory, and I might just come away with a draw or a marginal victory. So we'll see how they score the game. We'll be back. All right, like I said, it's going to be hard for him to really get a bunch of hits or step losses on these units. First thing we're going to do is try to... this unit here that's half strength is going to try to form a special forces unit. And this hex here with these ARDE units now, a regular unit can try to place insurgency units up to 2 hexes away. So there you go, rolling with a +1 diagonal modifier because it is considered our home country we are trying to form in. Be right back. Bat 6 means he will be placed, and we're placing him here with our little weak link spot. A special forces unit. Alright, that'll take our 1 insurgency command point. We'll be back. We have 2 more to attempt to place. This one's a 3. That'll equal a 4. Again, we're trying to form them there in the jungle. A 4. And that will be a yes, a clear yes. So we will... Another insurgency command point. We're down to 30. But more importantly, the unit can be formed in the same spot. And... the unit that formed him, we'll say, was the ARD unit. You could, insurgency units can attempt to form insurgency units in their hex that they're in, which you just did, or an adjacent hex. There's 2 units there. We have 1 more unit to attempt. We'll be right back. So this little boy here, this unit right here, will attempt to form an insurgency unit in his own hex. We're going to just try to reinforce that spot with a +1 on the die roll. Be right back. No doubt, no doubt. Insurgency command point down 1. And this unit here will go right here. So we got the spot. We got everything pretty well solidified on up. FSL on counterinsurgency. Ooh, now he does have... oh, he's got to deliver 3 points. He only has 1, so there won't be nothing going on there. No vlog to open up. First insurgency disbandment. I will not do that. Air missions. Let me see what I want to do about my air mission phase. We'll be right back. Then from Air Group 3, we're going to have us a little Hail Mary, like we do every turn. And what? Just got 3 bombardment points, but we have to pick a unit that is half strength, so we can maybe eliminate it. We'll go for this one here. It just retreated from the battle. He's upside down. He will be in a jungle though, with 3 bombardment points. Oh, let's see what we got here. Ground unit with 3. I don't think it makes a difference. Oh yeah, it does on our die roll modifiers. Target occupies a swamp, so he'll be looking at a -1 on this die roll. Alright, -1 with 3. We need a 6. keep those 6s going. We'll be right back. Right, 6s are wild for me. I'm getting the luck on the die rolls, but I have to take a -1 for the terrain. So let me see here again what it says. Alright, ground unit with a 3, with a 5, and he does have to take a hit. Ground unit attack, the target communist -1 is a 5. So he'll still take a hit now to take care of that unit, because he has no more step losses. So we eliminate 1. It doesn't do nothing. I don't get no command points, but he just won't be able to use it. We'll add another unit over to his eliminated. Here's his eliminated units. Not many units getting eliminated in this game. There you go. That's his. Most of his are 1s. That's probably a 2nd unit. I did eliminate an anti-aircraft when I took over an airport, but here are the casualties. There aren't many. That'll take care of my air mission phase. I will have no ground combat. There's a combat here I could have maybe with a 1-to-1 with a. I could have thrown in some air support, but why take a chance on step losses that just help him out? So that'll be it for ground combat. Reserve movement none. Second surge to spam it phase. I won't do that, I don't believe. Helicopter transport. Let me make sure this is right, and we will go on to the very last turn of the game, and it'll be the communist turn. Make sure I'm doing all the housekeeping right. We'll be right back. All right, get down to it. We will go to the helicopter transport, return to base phase. We got all of our helicopters pretty much where we want them. We don't have that many helicopter attacks. I got my CIA helicopter here for maybe the final battlefield to try to take this hex as a defensive unit. Demolitions we want to repair. Now this airport now will finally be repaired. We could take this off, and I don't think I have any units here, so there is no air group, but this one will be available to bring in units if I want to on my turn coming on up at the end of the game. Reinforcements and the turn stage. Supply phase. Game turn counter to the end of game turn 12, and we'll see what it is. I will already, like I said, been talking with my opponent. It's looking like a big time Contra win, because all my insurgency units are still on the board, and this is almost a make and break. It almost comes down to the last turn because I can't bring him on anymore, so it's his turn to eliminate as many as he can in this turn. And well, I can bring him in, I guess, because if he eliminates them in his combat phase, they go into my insurgency placement box, and I just bring him back on. So we'll see what's up. We should really just stop the game here because there's no way he can eliminate him. I'll just bring him back on. Well, I guess I could fail the rolls. That's true too. So we'll just go through it here. When we come back, we will be rolling for the weather for the last turn of the game. Great opponent. He wanted to carry on with this game, but I told him I've had this game on my table for way too long of a time. He's available to play me on another game, which is fine. We'll see what's going on. I don't know if he's got War for America. That'll be the next game. We try to get down here. That's a big game. I don't know if the map's going to fit on this board. I almost need to put it on that table there, but we're nowhere near to getting done with Mr. President yet. So having a great time. We're binge playing. Having a great time binge playing, watching videos, enjoying my time off. It is my gaming season. I'm taking full advantage. We're going to call this a quick video, and when we come back, it'll be the last turn of the game. Like I said, looking like a Contra victory, but we will have to see what the victory level has in store. We'll be back.